Hi there, and welcome to She Spice. Katt Williams, as of late, confronted a rush of analysis in the wake of uncovering cruel real factors about media outlets during a web recording appearance following his Genuine Disclosures comic started focusing on him seriously endangering his security, withstanding the kickback Boosie boss has arisen as an ally of Katt Williams. It's accounted for that Boosie has major areas of strength for those endeavoring to drop the humorist remaining close by during this difficult time, so in the midst of this present circumstance, Boosie is imparting bits of knowledge into his association with Katt Williams and making sense of his choice to avoid remarking on the jokester's broadly flowed interview, as recently revealed by the Shade Room. Williams participated in an elite discussion with Shannon Sharpe, which was delivered on YouTube throughout the discussion. Williams didn't keep going after a few individual comics and famous people. Eminently, he blamed Kevin Hart for being an industry plant. Furthermore, he named Outrageous as being partnered with the Illuminati among different models. Katt Williams has emerged as a noticeable informant, valiantly revealing disguised insights hiding underneath the reflexive exterior of the Hollywood business. His constant and faithful assurance to uncover these enlightening disclosures are sending shockwaves all through the diversion world. And the truth is, we observed this get killed directly before our own base and realized it was planned to happen. He told us, and we didn't realize close by his revelations in regards to the implied scheme encompassing Michael Jackson's passing. Katt Williams has additionally been blunt about testing the portrayal of dark entertainers. Katt Williams has, as of late, given a few charming bits of knowledge that shed light on this thought. Williams indicated huge disclosures concerning many dark craftsman professions. Those are simply realities, sir. How the number of is that all out 9? So you've done 9-shot parody stand-up exceptional while never getting funded or having an arrangement. Feline's revelation about his previous icon may be astounding for some, yet the resulting disclosure is significantly stunning. He declared that Steve Harvey, a number one among many, has purportedly made an arrangement including his spirit with Hollywood. Thinks Steve Harvey is some exceptional man, no kiss, old young lady who owns a television. That is the way he had the radio, as detailed by up-and-coming hip-hop Boosie, as of late, went live on Instagram and shared his contemplations on the broadly examined interview with Katt Williams. The rapper communicated that he had no remarks to make with respect to the Feline Williams circumstance during the live meeting. I have hardly any insight into how he made sense, and I know that he gave me a genuine finish. Boosie explained a particular occurrence where, upon his release from prison, he ended up with nothing during that difficult time. Feline Williams extended a certifiable token of help by welcoming Boosie to his show with first-column seats. After the occasion, Williams shocked Boosie with a liberal endowment of $115,000. Boosie described that numerous VIPs had revitalized for his delivery with the free Boosie mission. Yet their help disappeared once he was out of prison. I got a call that morning. He had a show that evening in New Orleans. This was when I originally got back home for jail. And, he reached out to my kin anyway. Katt Williams stood apart for Boosie as somebody who went past simple vocal help, considering the unforeseen $155,000 gift. Boosie underlined that it was an earnest and genuine motion featuring that he didn't actually know Williams at the time, thought this thoughtful gesture had an enduring effect on Boosie, and he offered thanks, expressing that he could always remember Williams' liberality. Boosie first imparted his experience to Katt Williams during a meeting with DJ Vlad, with the underlying fragment delivered on YouTube on December 15, 2023. Consequentially, on January 7, the stage delivered a clasp highlighting Boosie's collaboration with Williams. In the meeting, Boosie communicated his expectation to respond. Katt Williams' graciousness, expressing that at whatever point I see him, I will give him anything that's in my pocket. Boosie proceeded to portray the unconstrained trade, making sense of that as he was going to leave in his vehicle. Williams moved toward him with a towel and got by an elastic band, mirroring a tossing movement. Boosie described how Williams quickly gave him the group and got back to the field without permitting Boosie to offer his thanks. Boosie's companion then, at that point, gave the pack back to him, uncovering that it contained all $100 greenbacks, adding up to $15,000. He called me behind the stage, dealt with me like a ruler, and, didn't give me anything right. Then I was getting in my vehicle and pulling off. This is something beyond a proclamation. He communicated his position unequivocally when feline required help the most, showing that he forewarned those jokesters and upholding feline scratch-off without a doubt. Feline Williams is generally perceived as one of the most clever comics of his age, celebrated for his unfiltered humor and dynamic exhibitions in hit stand-up specials, regardless of his ability and status among Hollywood satire elites. I wasn't exactly going to do it on a Seattle road. I was going to Los Angeles and do it in the workplaces of ICM, or Live Country. For some time, there were tales proposing that Williams had been boycotted from the business, provoking investigations into why he hadn't arrived at a similar degree of progress as figures. For example, Steve Harvey. It's imperative that Williams and Harvey have had a stressed relationship for nearly 10 years, and there appears to be a significant explanation for their continuous dissension. Well, frankly with you, Frankie, I didn't. I had barely any familiarity with this idea when an advertiser enlightened me in October. I killed it because that ain't the manner in which I've at any point elevated a show to follow the beginnings of their quarrel. We should return to December 2008, when Feline Williams freely condemned Steve Harvey before a Christmas season show. This episode denoted the commencement of their contention, which has persevered for more than 10 years. It's significant that both Katt Williams and Steve Harvey have been associated with conflicts with different entertainers, and this specific example was no exception. Even one of his fans composed, "I haven't enjoyed Steve Harvey at any rate," so this simply affirms my sentiments. In all actuality, I do trust Feline. However, he conveys messages with such insight, and I feel in my stomach that he's the genuine article. He's most certainly one of my top choices. Another additional feline is strong at fight satire. Steve is family, yet family doesn't normally mean amusing. Family implies you're large and interesting enough for them to take a bet on. You won't wander excessively far off the manner with your demonstration, and your height makes you hard to contend against regardless of whether you are off base. Feline resembles an Italian game vehicle. His humor is quick and flexible. He resembles Ali. He hits and moves given a decision. I'd prefer battle with Steve beyond what Feline. The beginning of their quarrel can be followed back to a strong public test by Feline Williams. He certainly proclaimed that he could surpass Steve Harvey and held on to the title of the ruler of satire during a forthcoming New Year's Eve show where the two humorists were scheduled as main events. Supposedly, I was on the Steve Harvey show with Steve Harvey, who will come in at 5:45 and get the destruction straight. Jamie Foxx became ensnared in this contention too at the time when Fox, functioning as a radio personality, broadcasted a clip of Feline Williams dissing Steve Harvey, probably escalating the quarrel between the two entertainers. Williams, tending to their joint parody gig, commented, "I need to apologize for what will happen. Yet the second that you get in front of an audience, I really want you to comprehend that that is your last time as the Lord of Satire. Water looks for its own level. You can't stop it, Playboy. What will be, so I trust you're prepared. I genuinely want to believe that you have a group of journalists you are moving to require around 6 or 7 of them," according to the broadcast cut. Steve Harvey called into the public broadcast, communicating his bewilderment in regards to the whole circumstance. "You realize I've forever been on visit with certain genuine beasts, man. I visit with the sticks. You realize I've been on stage with said DL and consuming man simultaneously anyway." When the profoundly expected situation transpired, Feline Williams made that big appearance with zeal, sending off verbal hits at Steve Harvey's parody notoriety, while likewise energetically making fun of his clothing and haircut and tending to the group. Williams probably peppered his presentation with sharp and comical comments about Harvey. He joked, "If it's not too much trouble, surrender it to Steve Harvey. He's one of the most mind-blowing we've at any point had. However, he doesn't need any pieces of this in any shape or structure. I don't have the foggiest idea why he got around here with this cash you all spent on these swear word tickets and discussed a woman in the crowd for 15 minutes yet won't." Subscribe She Spice for more videos.